everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome here everyone. So in today's video guys, I just would like to share to you another class of mine, which is the online class. I'll be giving a lesson to my Filipino student. Yes, you heard it right. Bonjour, bonjour. So yeah guys, never mind my eye. I know one eye of mine is a little bit swollen. Yes, that's right, it's actually swollen everyone because I've got a sty. You know what a sty is? Yes, I know you know what it is. So yeah guys, forgive if one eye of mine is actually swollen, but anyway, I hope I still look okay. So anyway, in today's video everyone, I just would like to share to you another online class of mine, but this class is a different one from my usual classes online because my student is actually from the Philippines. She is in another country wherein she thinks that English is very important, so she has decided to study English online with me. So if you want to know more about this online lesson, please keep watching this thing. This is what I normally do when my student is new and if I have no idea yet about the level of the student when it comes to English. First, I provide some questions that my student needs to answer, and by giving her answers, I will be able to know which level my student belongs to. And of course, if you know the level of your student, you will be able to know which material and which kind of lesson you are going to give. But this lesson is actually a conversation lesson or a conversation class because she wanna focus on her speaking and she wanna improve her grammar and pronunciation through speaking. That's why it's very important to give some questions to this student so that I will be able to know which level or which material I will use for our class. So now I'm gonna call her. Hello.
Hey, Cici.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Wait, Cici.
So you are outside now.
Connect ko lang yung earbuds. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Cici. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Okay, I'll turn it off.
Yeah, okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, so since you have decided to study English, we are going to speak English to each other, but if there's something you want to ask in Tagalog and then you would like to ask it like, you know, how to say it in English or something, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. Okay? Okay. Oh, no. Why are you shy? Okay, I'm going to ask you, why are you shy?
Shy because of the pronunciation, I hope.
You say pronunciation.
Pronunciation?
It's not pronoun, it's pronoun. None. It's pronunciation. Yes.
Pronunciation.
Yes, pronunciation. Can you see my message?
Okay, pronoun.
Yes, it's pronoun. For the noun, we say pronunciation. But for the verb, we say pronouns. Nouns, pronouns.
Pronounce.
Yes. Okay. So for example, you want to ask the pronunciation of this word. For example, you don't know the pronunciation of this word. How are you going to ask me? Can you see the word I have sent you?
Value.
Okay, for example, you are not sure how to pronounce this word. How will you ask me?
How to
Okay, I would like you to make 2 questions using how and what.
Okay, what is the pronunciation of the word battery or what?
Okay, very good. Yes, so pronunciation. Okay, wow, great job. Okay, and what about using how?
How to pronunciation the word battery?
No, okay, because you use to. How to, you have to use a verb. Okay?
How to pronounce.
Yes, very good. So the verb is pronounce. This is the verb. This is the verb. I am writing it so you can review. Okay? Pronounce. And this is the noun form, pronunciation. Of course, when you say what, you're going to use a noun for that. Okay? So that is a noun. Pronunciation. Pronunciation. All right. Okay, one more time. Okay, so this word, you don't know how to pronounce this word. How will you ask me? 2 questions?
What is the pronunciation of those?
Of this word.
This word.
Okay, one more time.
What is the pronunciation of this word?
Okay, very good. Okay, that is what. How about the question how?
How you will pronounce the word Titre?
Okay, actually we pronounce it vague.
Vague?
Vague, yes. We pronounce it vague. You know what vague is?
What's the meaning of vague?
Okay, very good. What's the meaning of vague? It's a very good question. You can also use this question, which is very common. Okay, I'm writing it. Okay, you can also use this question if there is something that you don't understand. If there's a meaning that you want to know, you can ask this question. One more time. We pronounce this word vague, but you don't know what it means. How to ask me?
What's the meaning of vague? The word vague?
Okay, you can say what is the meaning, or you can also say what does this word mean?
This word mean.
Yes.
So, what does this word mean?
Yes.
What does this word
So you have here 2 questions. You can say what does and then blank mean, or what is the meaning of blank? Again, how to pronounce this word?
vague?
Vague.
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 Vague. It confused me because the word vague.
Yes, in English. English is a crazy language.
How do you pronounce it with them?
You say vague. Vague. Vague.
Vague. So it's long E.
It's not really E, but A. A. Vague.
Okay, vague.
Yes. Vague. If you don't know the meaning of a certain word, how are you going to ask?
What does this word mean?
Yes, very good. Or
what is the meaning of the word?
yes, or you can say what is the meaning of this word?
Okay, this word.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's right.
How about this?
Hmm? You're confused? It's normal. It's normal. Okay. So anyway, this time I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay? So that I can actually determine which level you belong to and which material or lesson I should give you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first question is, why did you decide to study English?
To use it as second language.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living here in the United States, so I can do conversation with other people without the hesitation
Yes, that's right. Do you still have hesitation in communicating with the people there in the US?
I do. I do or I do?
I do. Very good, Awadi. Because the question is, do you? So that means to say, at present. Okay? But if someone asks you, did you, blah, 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 it means, what do you think is the difference when someone says, do you have, and did you have?
What's the, do you is the present
Uh-huh.
and did you is the past.
Yes. Can you give me an example question for each?
Okay. Do you have your lunch?
Okay, do you have your lunch? You mean finished. Lunchtime is finished or not?
Or did you eat your lunch?
Okay, so if you're talking about finished time, you say did.
So did you eat lunch?
Yes, very good. It means if you say did you eat lunch, that means the time is finished or not.
Did you finish?
Yes, very good. Finished. Finished. But if you want to say do you, okay, did you eat lunch? It means finished time, right? But if you want to say do you eat lunch? So if you say do you, that means to say present or something that is habitual. You know habitual.
Okay. Habitual means, what's the meaning of the word habitual?
Okay, very good. From the word habit, it means
Habit.
we always do. For example, every day, every week, every night, every...
Like a routine.
Yes, exactly. Routine or repeated action.
Okay.
Okay, so you can say, do you eat lunch every day? So do you, because every day.
Mm-hmm. So that's the use part of do you.
Yes, that's the difference between do you and did you. Did you? Okay? Can you make another question using the verb study English? Ask me a question using the verb study and then the object is English. Give me a question using do and did with this one, the verb study.
Did you study English every day? Do you study English every day?
Very good. Never did, okay? Never did. Because did is only for finished time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more time. What's your question again?
Do you study English every day?
Okay, very good. Do you study English every day? So what will be the answer?
Yes, I did. I did.
Oh. Come on, you can do it.
What's the answer? Yes, I did.
No.
No, I do.
Yes, you got it right. One more time. Do you study English every day?
Yes, I do.
Very good.
Do I include yes or just I do?
It's better if you say yes because that indicates positive answer.
Okay.
What if the answer is negative?
No, I don't.
Yes, very good. You see, you just focus on the question do. So the answer is yes, I do or no, I don't. All right?
So if you start the word do, so it will be the answer with do. Yes, I do. Yes, I don't.
Yes, very good. No, I don't.
So no, I don't.
Yes, because it's negative. Okay, one more time. What is your question? Do. One more time.
Do you study English every day?
Okay. Do you study English every day? Okay, why do you use do in this question? Why not did?
Because you're still asking.
But why not did?
Why not did? Because this is the present.
Yes, or you're asking about someone's routine. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. What about using did?
Did you study English?
Okay, but if you use the, yes, that's the correct question. But if you use this question, what are you trying to know? Is it about present, future, or past?
Past.
Okay, how about putting past time? Can you try? One more time.
Did you study English every day? Did you study English every day? So that's a present, right?
Yes, you know that when you express present, the meaning is present or routine. The time expressions every day, every morning, every month, every year, every night. These time expressions.
So did you study English every morning, like that?
But if you say every morning, this is routine, right?
So every day.
Every day is routine. So we cannot use did. Okay, I'm gonna tell you again, okay? We use a did. We use did when you talk about past or finished time.
Did past.
Yes, past time or finished time. So if you say, did you study English? Did you study English every day? Did you study English every day? So you have here every day. Every day is finished time or not?
Not because it's routine.
Yes, it's routine, right? So it's not possible to say, did you study English every day?
Study English every day when you are.
No. Okay.
When.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one thing. Am, is, are, these are be-verbs. Okay? These are be-verbs. But my question is, when do we use am, is, are? Present, routine, or past?
Present.
But you said, did you study? Did you study? Is that present?
Past.
Yes, so am, is, are, we use it for present or routine. For example, are you hungry?
No, I don't.
Are. Are you, yes, are you hungry? Are is the question, not do.
Yes, I am.
Very good, okay? Because I ask you are you, it means now, present. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. Yes, if I ask you, do you wanna, or do you want to eat? Do you want to eat or do you wanna eat? What is your answer?
Yes, I do.
Yes, very good. So you need to focus on the question.
Only
Use.
on the word is, I am, and are.
Yes. So if am,
Or yes, I am.
yes, very good. Okay, for example, I ask you, are you happy?
Yes, I am.
Very good. Do you want to be happy?
Yes, I do.
Very good. That's very good. So now you know the pattern. Very good, okay? But the problem is, what are the past forms of am, is, are? These are
What?
the past. Was or were.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. For example, I ask you, were you hungry last night? Were you hungry last night?
Yes, I was.
Yes, very good. Yes, I was. Not I am, because I am is now or routine. Okay?
I past.
Mm.
No, present, right?
Am is our present. Was and were past.
Okay, so yes, I was.
But what is the difference between was and were?
Was and were. Like I was. What is the present?
No, was is past. Was and
Yeah.
were, both past.
The was is using it. But I was. You were.
Yes, yes, that's correct. You say I was, but you
Yeah.
say you were.
I was. Were.
Yeah, actually, we use I, she, he, it, or singular subject with was.
Oh.
But
The word was singular. She was.
yes, yes. And they,
So the word were is plural.
yes, exactly. Wow, very good, sis. Very good. Yes, that's for plural.
We were. They were.
Yes, that's right. That's plural.
Okay.
See, you know, just a review. I know you know these things, but you just need to review and recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were and what's the other one?
You, they, we, and then plural. We use were. Okay?
So they are plural.
Yes.
If we have plural.
Yes. Plural. That's very good.
Plural.
Yeah. Again?
So the word was is the singular word of I, she, he, and it.
Yes.
So the word we were.
Yes.
The plural words of you, they, and we.
Yes. This is the plural be-verb.
Be-verb.
Yes.
Verb.
Am, is, are, was, were. Okay? These 5 things, we call them be-verbs. Be-verbs. We call them be-verbs.
Okay.
So now you understand the difference between am, is, are, and was, were. So do you understand?
Do you understand? Yes, I do.
Yes, yes, I do. Or you can also say, yes, I understand.
Okay.
So use the present verb because I say do you.
Do you always
Yes.
say I do? Okay.
Yes. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Or
Okay, yes, I understand.
yes, you simply use the verb, okay? Since you understand am, is, are, was, were, you already understand the difference. Now, I would like you to go back to your question using do and did with the verb study English. So you said, do you study English every day? That's right. How about did?
Did you study English every day when you're young? When you're young?
When you are?
Uh, when
Did is present or past?
past.
So, do we use are?
No. Did you study English every day when you were in the Philippines?
Yes. Very good. Perfect.
You are.
Yes. No, you just need to practice using it. You just need to practice. Practice makes perfect.
Okay, so you got it right.
Yes, you got it right. Okay, one more time. Can you say the two sentences? Present. Do. Again.
Do you study English every day?
Okay, very good. And how about did?
Did you study English every day when you were in the Philippines?
Yes, that's right. I will ask you, sis, do you eat breakfast every day in the US? Do you eat breakfast every day in the US?
I do.
Complete sentence. In order to improve your speaking faster, I would like you to always answer questions in complete sentence, longer sentence, not short.
Okay.
Well, short is okay because you are still practicing. You say, yes, I do, or yes, I eat breakfast every day here in the US.
So it's not 8, because the 8 is the past.
Yes, yes. Now this question. Did you used to eat breakfast when you were in the Philippines?
Yes, I'm used to. I'm used to. Or
Come on, continue.
yes, I used to eat breakfast every day in the Philippines.
Yes, very good. That means you did something regularly in the past. But I think we need to review a little bit on these basic verbs. So now you understand. First, I want to focus on be-verbs, okay? Be-verbs. I want to focus on be-verbs first. Am, is, are. When do we use this? Present or past?
Present.
Okay, for example, I ask you, are you hungry now?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Yeah, it's lunchtime here.
Ah, it's lunchtime.
Yeah, 11:40.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Were you hungry when you woke up? Were you hungry when you woke up this morning?
Yes, I was.
Yes, very good. Yes, I was, because that is this morning. Finished or not?
I already passed.
Yes, past time. So you understand the be verbs. Okay, so you understand now. We use am, is, are for present, was and were for the past. We use do for present or habitual action, and we use did for the past. Okay?
Pass or finish.
How did you feel yesterday?
How?
Is that present or past?
Past.
Okay. So what is the answer?
I feel great. I feel fine. I feel good.
Okay, I will write your sentence. I feel fine yesterday. This is your answer? I feel fine yesterday? Is that your answer?
I feel great yesterday.
I feel great yesterday. Okay, this is your answer. Great. I feel great yesterday. But this sentence has a problem. What is the problem in this sentence?
The word feel.
Yes.
S.
No.
Feel. Yeah, what's a feel? Yeah, the word feel. So the other word.
Okay. So look at the time expression. What is the time expression in the sentence?
Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. Finished or not?
Finished.
Okay, very good. Feel, the verb feel, this is present.
Right. So we're looking for the past.
Yes, we are looking for the past verb, not past boyfriend or lover. Not past lover, okay? Past verb.
Past. What's the past tense of the word feel?
Okay, it's a very good question, okay? So feel, you have to remember this, feel is the base form or present. Past is felt. PP is also felt. Yes, we say feel, felt, felt.
Like the word sit, sat, sat.
Yes, that's right. Sat is the past participle also and the past simple.
Okay. But it's feel, felt. So I felt great yesterday.
Yes, very good. Again, how did you feel yesterday?
I felt great yesterday.
Yes, perfect sentence. How do you feel now? How do you feel?
I feel cold right now.
Oh my God! Yes, you are outside,
Yeah,
but
But we don't have snow here. No snow, just windy.
oh really? But it's winter there in the US, right?
Yeah. But this is the south. They don't have snow.
Yes, because I have seen Mommy Jocelyn. There's a lot of snow in their place.
Yeah, that was in Salina, where we are in Salina, Kansas. We have school there. But we moved here in Louisiana
Ah, okay. When did you move there?
last, I think, October.
Complete sentence?
We moved here last October.
Can you
Move. We moved with Z.
Yes, very good. So you say we moved. We moved.
We moved here last October.
Yes, very good. We moved here last October. For example, your husband asked you, did you buy something?
I always answered, I do.
But what is the correct answer?
Z.
Yes, I'll ask you another thing. Do you take a shower every day?
Yes, I do. Took shower every day. Six. Yes, I took a shower every day.
Took. Took is present or past?
Past.
But every day.
Do you take a shower every day? Yes, I take a shower every day.
Yes.
Yeah, the word do again.
Yes, you just need to practice. Just practice. Don't worry. Today is our first class. Well, it's also good and it's easier to answer questions, the yes or no question with a short one. Okay?
Mhm.
Short one is okay. I will let you do that, but I will also always ask you to answer me with long answer because do you know why?
It's more positive. And, it's more easy to understand like that.
It's not really about understanding because you say yes I do, no I don't. It's easy to understand. But if you answer me with long sentences, it means you practice speaking more.
Oh,
That's how I tell my students every time they answer. Always answer in complete sentence. Always answer with long sentence.
Okay.
So once again, do you take a shower every day?
Yes, I take shower every day.
Take a shower.
Yes, I take shower. So
Take a.
take a shower every day.
Yes. Did you take a shower yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Yes, very good. That is short answer. Very good. How about long answer?
No. Yes, I took a shower
Very good.
yesterday. Yes, I took a shower yesterday.
Yes, that's
Oh,
right.
Yes, I took a shower. No word yesterday.
Yes. You don't need, it's not really a big deal. You can say, yes, I took a shower yesterday. But if the person or the other person already mentioned the time, you don't need to repeat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But just to practice, it's fine if you say, I took a shower yesterday. Okay? You say, yes, I took a shower yesterday. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, very short answer. Very short answer.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yes, studying English is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think English is hard?
Maybe it's hard if you don't want to listen, even if you don't want to.
Yes, exactly. If you don't,
If you are willing to learn, if you are just listen, learn.
oh, come on. Okay, come again. Say it again in complete sentence.
What's the question, ma'am?
I was asking you, okay? Do you think learning English is hard, or do you think English is hard?
It's hard. At first, yeah. If you're a beginner learner, it's hard because of all these complicated words or verbs. Yeah. So if you are willing to learn,
But, you can say but.
but if you are willing to learn, ano ba?
Yes.
And you practice it, yeah, practice.
And you always practice.
Oh, and you always practice. So you can use but or
However, yes, they are the same. Okay, one more time. Let's do it faster. Okay, faster. Okay. Do you think learning English is hard?
Learning English is hard for the beginners.
Yes.
However,
Very good.
you are willing to learn and you practice English every day or tama ba?
Yes, tama.
You will get you'll be better.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Tumatawa to tama oy. No, that is perfect. Do you have any question?
Maybe next. Oh, see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow again.
No. Answer. Do you have any question?
Yeah. No, I don't have. I don't.
Okay, complete sentence. Yes, very good. No, I don't. It's very good.
Don't have any questions.
Very good. That's right. You don't have any question. Okay. But I'm going to give you a little homework. Is it okay? The question is, what do you usually do with the kids on weekends? So I would like you to write a paragraph. The paragraph should have 15 sentences. What? Why?
Love letter.
You can do it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye, sis.
Bye, sis. And that's it. That's how I get to know the level of my students, everyone. It's very important to know the level of the student during the first time having a class or meeting online, so that you will be able to know which level, which material, and which lesson you can use for your student. So yeah, I think that's really it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next one. Bye!
Time to say goodbye. Don't forget to like, subscribe.